I want to come to Hemochandra Singh because you are one of the senior most politicians of Manipur, and I want a non-partisan view from you. You've been associated with the Congress party, but I want to understand from you, who do you hold responsible, accountable for this spiral of violence in Manipur?
Well, Rajdeep, thank you for delinking me with any party. I speak today as a concerned citizen of Manipur, and probably to some extent as a very concerned Meitei. Although I have never in my public life have ever depended on symbolisms and all, but today I'm wearing a scarf which Prime Minister Modi has made very popular, and I feel I am actually personally an admirer of Modi ji, and in the past so many years he has given a special recognition in his heart and all kinds of things. But what has come about in the last, from the time the violence erupted and the whole crisis came into focus, I've been watching everything very, very intently, and I'm bleeding, I'm bleeding literally to see that the violence is not abating at any point of time. In fact, when we thought that maybe, things would become normal, curfew's been relaxed, some semblance of normalcy is coming back. And suddenly, huge conflagrations, shootouts, burning down of villages, and as if, there's a deliberate plan, there's a deliberate plan. And the apathy, the most unfortunate, things which we are seeing is that the complete, inaction from the paramilitary forces, from the people who are supposed to be looking after law and order. 80 companies are here. Army, CRPF, and whatever you can say.
No, but Hemochandra Singh, the army says it's having a crackdown, that they will crack down on militant groups. You've got the Home Minister. The Home Minister says he's going to spend the next 3 to 4 days in Manipur. When you say apathy, what do you mean?
By apathy, I mean it was, the state has been burning for a month. Isn't it a case of far too late and little? What was the Home Minister doing? He came to Guwahati for some function for the Assam government. It is half an hour's flight to Imphal. He could have come. And I'm sure the Honorable Prime Minister is such a, he won our hearts by wearing this scarf and taking a dip at the Prayagraj at the Sangam. And whenever he has always had a very, very soft heart for Manipur. And I love him for that. But why is he so silent? He only spoke to one Arunachali girl and one boy in Tripura in Man Ki Baat yesterday. Not a single word from the Prime Minister, 1 month of stoic silence. And today, why the people of Manipur, especially the Meitei community today, Sero village has been burnt. 100 villages burnt in a day.
So are you holding, 1 minute, you're saying to me that the Home Minister has been missing, Home Minister Amit Shah missing in action for a month, too little too late that he's moving now. You're saying the Prime Minister should have expressed his sympathy, condolences, solidarity with the people of Manipur, but you're again and again referring to the Meitei community. Are you saying this violence is one-sided? Because there are reports which are suggesting that Kuki militants are involved in the violence. On the other hand, Kukis are saying they are being targeted. I want you to hold on to what you're saying, because Mr. Haukip is from the Kuki community and is an advisor to the Kuki Students' Organization. What you're here seeing is a leader who's a 5-time MLA speaker saying that the violence effectively has targeted Meiteis. How do you respond, sir?
I think, every community, both who are engaged in this conflict, feels that they are being targeted. But, Manipur has a kind of democracy called ethnocracy, where you have a type of political structure which the state apparatus is controlled by a dominant ethnic group to further its interests. So you have the political structure, you control the political structure.
Are you denying that Kuki militants have been involved in the recent spate of violence? Are you denying that Kuki militant groups are now taking over and targeting Meitei's BJP MLA's house being burned down yesterday?
No, if the militant groups are involved in it, let them identify. The Chief Minister himself has said recently that they are in their camps. The arms are, properly kept in the, safe places. So what is he saying? So if he is claiming that militant groups are involved in this, kind of attack. Let him show who are they, and then let the monitoring groups, look after the militant groups who are involved in it and identify them. So.
But are you denying? Are you denying that the role? Are you denying the role of militant groups?
No, there can be a possibility of militant groups involved because there are non-SOO groups, perhaps who are not within the bounds of the ground rules. So the chief minister is there. Let him look into the.
So you're saying you identify the group. Yes, very quickly, Hemant Chandra, and then I want to go to some of the other voices.
It is all for us to see very clearly, Rajdeep. It is as clear as day. These are not normal people. Sophisticated Kalashnikov rifles, AK-47 rifles, sniper rifles. These are absolute properly trained militants.
No, but who burnt the churches? No, you see, the problem when there is ethnic violence, if you remember 2 weeks ago, some of the most dramatic images were of churches that had been burned, right? So it's not as if the violence has been one-sided.
No, Rajdeep, I think we've done this narrative a long time. For 1 month, you've been very, very fair, and hats off to India Today. I've been watching every episode, whether it is Karan Thapar, whether it is anybody who's covering the issue. Let's not get into churches being burnt. Let us not get into temples being burnt. That is not the issue. See, we can go into all this rhetoric, and we don't have that much of time on prime time Indian prime time media. And it has been all distorted. Today, at the receiving end, it is the Meiteis at the moment. Villages are burnt. It is not.
So you're saying at the moment, I take your point, and we want.
Are you getting the larger picture, Rajdeep?
Yeah, no. Look, it's not about the blame game. It's about the fact that ever since the High Court.
Let's not do this blame game, because this is not going to get us anywhere.
Okay, let's not do a blame game, but someone else.
By design, the violence is escalating, and in a very organized fashion. That is very disturbing.
Okay,
especially at the time when the Home Minister is visiting the state.
You're saying the violence is escalating by design. Your point is taken.